And so you had this fascination that died down to the point of, wow, this is boring. You know? Then Ghost Adventures came out. And there's these 3 rogue investigators who border on that urbex kind of thing. And people were like, oh my God, that's cool. And then when they had the Goldfield session, where all of a sudden that rock was being thrown, and then they had to run out of the thing, bam, they hooked everybody. That, Travel Channel said, is cash cow. So now, every investigation, there has to be a scream, there has to be a Jesus Christ, there has to be a, oh my God, there has to be a,
what's this? What is that?
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
And see, and that's the thing. It's that the reason why I have nothing against Ghost Adventures show, because it's great entertainment, you know. But the problem I have with Zach Baggs is that, you know, for new teams and new people, they get this misconception that they're going to walk into a house, door's going to open, and out comes this demon, you know, and it's like, that's not it.
I like to hear what movie people they paid without earrings. Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, I will say, because I read a few stuff on them and stuff like that. A lot of their stuff is legit, but they do a lot of the things that they show on TV in post-production. So, for example, according to Tim, you know, for example, the camera's going this way, and all of a sudden they hear, okay, and it's over there. So what they do is they go back and they recreate the thing. They have the evidence. You know, they have the evidence. They show the stuff, but they recreate the situation. You know, and of course they act it. So.
What kills me is the EVP. Flowers. You said flowers.
Yeah.
What does that have to do with their doing?
Well, there was the one that last night they sat there and it was like, you know, I am Christ, and it's like,
no.
It's not either.
Yeah. Anyway.
You know, so. But anyways, I want to welcome you guys. My name is Roland Jurelius. I am one part of Raven Rose. I'm not going to lie to you. I feel like poop today. I'm trying to get over a cold. So if I all of a sudden fall down and foam comes out of my mouth, just go ahead and move my body.
He's possessed.
No, possession is 9/10 of the law.
And his possessions are mine.
Yeah. But anyways, we are Raven Rose Paranormal. We've been around for just close to about 2 years as a team. My wife and I have been investigating for about 5. That's Cynthia over there. She is the boss, leader of the group. I myself am the face of the team because everyone else is too chicken shit to come in front of people and do stuff like this. So, no, seriously. I am the one who does a lot of the research. I do a lot of the backgrounds on a lot of the locations. Then there is Taylor, who couldn't make it because of work. He is our tech guy. He's the guy who puts all the equipment together. He's the one who does a lot of the scientific research. And then whatever data we get, we present it to him and he either wants it or not. And then finally, there is Emmett, who is our camera guy and our investigator too as well. And he's the one who does a lot of the camera work and stuff like that. So,
Where are you based out of?
Out of Storm Lake. And that's over in the northwest territory of Iowa. You know, somewhere out there. Now, just a real quick brief history of what got us all started. My wife, obviously, she's a medium, so a lot of her stuff became interested when, I think her first kick was when I believe she saw her grandmother, or she was at her grandmother's house and she saw this kind of mist coming down the stairs and stuff. And that kind of got her started. I myself personally did not have that neato ghost experience when I was a kid, but how many of you guys are Cold War babies? 69, 68, okay? During around that time, that's when they came out with really neat shows. You know, Eric Von Daniken came out with Chariots of the Gods. You know, there was In Search of Leonard Dean White. Rod Sterling originally started that thing. Mysterious Stories, Strange Tales, and things like that. Bigfoot was big. UFOs was really huge. And that's what I grew up on. I grew up on that kind of stuff. And so that got me started in the what's out there kind of thing. And my actual first ghost experience actually officially really technically didn't happen except for about 5-6 years ago at Farrar, I believe. We were at Farrar, okay, and this is a segue into what we're going to be talking about, what it takes to start up a team, okay. We're at Farrar, first time, new. My wife sat there and goes, yeah, we're going to go investigate Farrar. Do you want to go? And I'm like, duh, I want to go. All right, we start there. We're there at 8 o'clock. We're meeting with everybody. We're getting all this neat equipment and stuff like that. We're going through the tour. And has anybody here been to Farrar? Farrar School? Farrar? Okay. It's a school. All right. Typical school, 1800s, something like that, 1900s kind of thing. Nothing really over about the place. But there's a lot of stories. So, here they are. Cindy's getting like these neat EVPs. Everybody else was getting all these neat stuff. Knocking and banging, and here I am going, is anybody here? Does anybody want to talk to me? Can you finish this? So here I am, I'm like, okay, real quickly, yes, I do use profanity, so if you guys, that bothers you, sorry. Here I am, I'm sitting there going, fuck. Cindy's got all these EVPs, I'm listening to them and everything, and then Gary's getting all this stuff, and shoot, we had a couple teenagers there, and they got like all this neat stuff, and I'm sitting there going, come on! Say something, please, you know, my first time, come on. This is supposed to be scary. Nothing. What? 4 o'clock rolls around. I'm tired. Cindy's already crashed out at the base camp. It was myself, Valerie, and James. Coming down the third floor into the second floor. It's a long hallway. Desk here, classroom. Another desk here, classroom. Stair goes down. Got this thing. Everybody knows what this is. It's a cheap K2 meter, EMF detector, whatever you want to call it, a little beepy thing. You can buy it for cheap at any official ghost place. I'm not going to sponsor anybody because I'll probably get sued.
As long as it doesn't say ghost on it, then it costs you 4 times as much.
Oh yeah. Anyways, here I am. I'm walking down the stairs. I got this thing on. Sitting there going, nothing. Get to the table. It beeps. Literally, it beeps here, about this high. Stops. Beeps here, about this high. Stops. So, literally, it's like 3 kids' height. They literally go here, it's gone. Take it all the way to the bottom. It's going nuts. All right, anyone here an electrician? Or has a basic idea of construction, electricity, and things like that? Electricity, you put this thing up, put it on anything electrical, it's going to go off. Guess what? There was a conduit running this way. Here I am, I got kicked in the nuts. Not a ghost, conduit. Get to right about the middle of this hallway. I'll come out again. Literally, just nice little area. James goes down the stairs. There's a light fixture. All right. So, let that be a lesson to anyone who's going out to go investigate for the very first time. Not every beep, not every little hit is a ghost. Except for this. This is what happened. So, here I am, beep, 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 beep. I'm 3 shades of pissed. James goes, if you're a spirit, go to the drinking fountain. So here it goes. It goes beep, 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 beep. from here. You can put it on the floor, you can get it to go, because the conduit's down there. But here it is, right here. It's gone. Oh my God! Guess what? Look was it. James calls it to come back. Beep, 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 and it's back. Same spot. So, here we are. I found my first EMF spike, and I did. I tried to debunk it. I tried to hit it. We went over to Judgment Fountain, no water. No electricity. It was there. We were at the door. Walked to the entrance. It was all over the place that we asked it to go. It was only about this high. So, I left, came down, Cindy was still asleep. I came back. We videotaped the whole thing. 5 o'clock rolled around. She comes walking up and she's like, "What's the rocket?" Cindy, you gotta see this. Take that. But, okay, you're gone. So, what's the lesson of that thing? Always check your data. Double check it. Because not every hit is a ghost. Not every knock is a ghost. Not every beep is a ghost. But don't ever overwrite it. Say, "Oh, this is it." Because you have to test it. Find a way to test it. Find a way to prove it. Find a way to do something. You get a cold spot? Yeah. All right. Got your EVP. Down. Take a little temperature gauge. Do a session. If you get nothing, it's that. But you don't know. You know, it's like that little lottery ticket. You may get it and go, "I'm not going to win." Oh, fuck yeah, I'm a millionaire. You know? So, you always got to do that. But anyways, first question. Anybody here ever investigated? Or anyone else investigated? I know you have some. Okay? So you guys know what it's like. Okay? So I'm not going to rehash the same thing that I've done for the past few times because you guys have heard it. So, what we're going to talk about is some of the things that people make a mistake. Okay? These are some of the preconceptions that a lot of people who start off, and yes, it even happens to veterans. Okay? Number one. The number one bit, well, we'll start with number 5. The number 5 most annoying misconception when it comes to paranormal, okay, is every place is haunted. Everywhere you go. Everywhere you go. You walk, I can take you to the Queen Mary. Oh my God, it's haunted. Why? Because they said so. Okay? All right. Here's my take on it. Always do your research. All right, that's the first thing. Always do the research. Find out the stories behind the stuff. I'm not going to mention a particular person, but apparently his house has 52 demons in it. Okay? I'm not going to mention who that person is. Okay. Research. Because the first question you're going to ask is, what the fuck is 52 demons doing in this guy's house? And why isn't the Vatican here? Okay? Now, I know we're kind of chuckling about it, but these are the kind of things that you get fed. And this happens when you start stepping into residences. Okay? Research. See what if you start going to the residence, find out what the family's like. Find out what the history of the people are. Find out the history of the house. Things like that.
I had a question.
Yeah. Yeah.
A few months ago, I had a friend in Freeport, Illinois, and she was talking about this apartment in her house. And she said, "Dusty, you come over and check it out." And she explained what was going on in the
Mhm.
And how her boyfriend was playing with the PlayStation and the electricity would shut off, turn back on, shut off, turn back on. So I go over there and I'm talking with her. She's showing me pictures on the phone. She's doing all that. But while I go into this apartment that now, I get a weird sense that the building was something before, but I didn't know at the time. So she showed me these pictures on the phone, and one of them was like a guy, tall guy,
Okay.
black coat, black hat, and his hands were straight down, and his feet are involved. So
Yeah.
his hands are circles.
Sure.
And she goes, "That's me, but where's the head?" And I kind of scan up my eyes on the picture, and you can see the head coming out.
Okay.
All right. Now that could be a very old person. Right? I told her, Andrea, this could be an old person. She told me what was going on in the house. So I said, okay, do you know anything about this apartment? So she looked it up. She found out back in 32, there was an old sanitarium.
Ooh, okay.
There used to be no sanitarium. There used to use water,
Yeah.
and people like something else.
Mhm.
And I said, okay, so she found out there was more to it.
Mhm.
And I forgot about it, and I went to go look for it on the internet. Now my question is, I couldn't find nothing. It was called White's Sanitarium Report, and I couldn't find nothing on the internet about it. Is there a way to find more information about something that I want to learn about the history of,
Mhm.
but I can't dig deeper?
Yes. There actually is a way. This actually is a very good question that actually segues to what we're talking about. When you research, generally the first thing you want to do right off the bat is, of course, do your internet. Google. There's a lot of things you can find on Google. Now, the other part is now you're going to have to start digging after that. That's where you start going to newspaper.com is actually a good place to go. Find a gravestone, or was it find a graveyard.com? I believe that's what it is. That's also good if you want to find a person. The next thing you also want to do, and this sounds kind of silly, but go to a historical society in the community. At BV, we wanted to know about these buildings that were over by the high grade.
High grade. No, it was the DeKalb plant.
Decal. Anyways, there's these long buildings, and we wanted to know about it. We went to Historic Society there, and there's this old man standing there, old lady sitting there. And they go, "Oh yeah, that used to be a POW camp." Good place to start. Next thing you want to do is also check out your local library. But I'm gonna tell you
Microfiche
the most-
are amazing.
But I'm going to tell you this: the most dependable and most fascinating place to go is to the people who live there. Stop at your local cafe. You may take a little bit of fudging to get some stories, but you can get some stuff on it. Then they will lead you, and then they will lead to another person, that will lead to a person who used to work there, and guess what? That's how you get it. So, research is going to take a lot of footwork. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm doing a video project on Malvern, and I'm telling you, oh my God, there's a lot of work on it. And you're thinking, gosh, I've been there like 4 or 5 times. I know a bunch of people who's been there a buttload of times. There's videos upon videos upon videos on Malvern. Josh Hearns, he's a good friend of ours. There's more to this place. Everybody knows that Malvern used to be called the college. Now, if you were to look at Google Malvern Manor, well, there's also a manor called, there's another place called Manor of Malvern. And they're getting busted for embezzlement, extortion, and laundering the money. Oops, that's not Josh Hearn. That's what happens when you make a mistake. So, research. Research, because not every place is haunted. The other thing that's going to segue to that, a lot of people are going to get mad about this one. Not every building is built on an Indian burial ground. Okay? Now, the reason why I make this a big thing is because we're in the Midwest. A lot of Native Americans. Okay? A lot. Okay? So, a lot of people are going to sit there going, oh yeah, my house is built on Native American ground. How do you know? The guy who used to own it told me. How did he know? The guy who used to own it before him told him. How many stories have you heard that somebody else told somebody else told somebody else? Research. And here's the other thing too. I'm not overtly a spiritualist kind of person, but if it was built on Indian burial ground, that's a few centuries old. One of two things are going to happen. The spirits are going to either be like, fuck, I'm going to go move on to somewhere else. Or number two, the place is going to be so bad that you're already made a movie about it. You know? And then, see, you want to still take it with a grain of salt. You know? So, research the place because not every place is haunted. Number four is when you're going to like. Not every little round thing in your picture is an orb.
That's crazy.
Okay, you guys are mad at me. No, seriously. Not every little round thing that's in there is an orb.
They're not?
Okay, I'm going to be factual here. 99% of everything you see is dust. Well, it's not dust, it's a bug.
How do you distinguish the?
Oh, we'll get to that. Okay, there are a few things. First, I want to take out the negative part. Dust, most common. You got dust. I bet you take a picture, you're going to see orbs. Picture the place that you're in, the environment. First thing. You're in a garage, you're going to see it. You're in an attic, you're going to see it. In a basement, you're going to see it. Always take that notation. Next thing, bugs. Sorry, we're in the Midwest. What do we have a lot of? Flying bugs. If you start doing cryptid investigations, you're going to be out in the woods, you're going to see a shit ton of them. Okay? The best thing for you to do to get used to it is actually go to a place with a bunch of bugs and take pictures, take videos. Get yourself used to seeing what they look like. Finally, the most common mistake that a lot of people don't realize, lens flare. Lens flare.
That got me.
Yep. Take a picture, all of a sudden you see this little blue-green thing. See where there's a source of light. Because you'll get a lens flare. And real quickly, one more thing I totally forgot about because I got myself caught on this. Dirty camera. Okay. You see that little dot here and you're like, oh my God. And then you go like this and you go, oh. Yep. That's what it is. Okay. So see if I can answer your question real quick.
The lens flare, would that create on dust itself?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Okay. Because dust itself is external from the lens flare. The lens flare is inside the camera. But there's always a chance that that lens flare will pop up on top of what does.
That or the dust can be reflective.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
So,
You'll notice this a lot. Do you guys use IR lights? IR lights? Of course you use IR lights. Okay. What it is, it's a light that shoots out so that way the camera can pick it up. And that does reflect on dust. That's why you get some of those when you do IR stuff. Night vision is the same thing too. Now, how can you tell if it's an orb? Addendum. What I say does not reflect necessarily to Raven Rose, nor to anybody else that's here. When you get the 1%, and when you get the 1%, first thing you want to do is check out the environment. Like I said, check out what you're looking at, see what you're looking at, see what the environment's like. Once you've Occam razored everything, next thing you do is you take the picture, Make sure it's multiple. If you did not, and I'm not going to lie to you, 95% of the time you're only going to take one shot because you're just going click, click, click. Not everybody's going to sit there going bam, 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 bam. Why? Because I don't have a lot of space. So click, click, click. Okay? Take the picture, blow it up. Put it on a computer. Photoshop, you can do it on your camera. Blow it up. Okay? It looks kind of sort of. Put it on the computer, break it down. Now, I'm going to tell you, this is the part where you start putting yourself out there. If you think it is, take it to a friend. Take it to a friend. And be aware. Hope your friend is going to be honest with you. Okay? It's like taking that picture and not telling them what it is and see if they find it. Okay? If they look at it and they go, oh, that's interesting. That's a little bit of validation. Okay. Now remember what I said about blowing it up? There are traits that orbs have. One is that they have their own form of illumination. Okay. The only reason why I kind of sit on the fence with that, so do fireflies. Okay. But take that as the first step. It illuminates. It illuminates itself. Watch some of the traits. Number two, it moves in erratic fashions. Pay attention who's around you. I had one where a lady showed it. It was a really cool orb. Came like this, stopped, went like that. Here's the problem. One of the guys on the team was walking in front of the camera. So what did the dust do? Okay? But pay attention to the things that are going around it. If he wasn't in there, ask, was there movement in the room? Is there an air conditioning, HVAC, any of that stuff? None of that? That might be an orb. Finally, when you blow it up, I'm not going to go big Egon, but there's some of them leave like an ectoplasmic trail. Okay, what is an ectoplasmic trail? I don't know. It's just a really neat word that they told me what it is. But it's an orb and it has this funny looking little tail. Okay, it looks like a little sperm fish. Yeah, exactly. Now, I'm going to be front with you. You will very rarely run into one of those things. Very rarely. Finally, the most definitive way to get an orb, to make it look like an orb, you blow it up. Pareidolia, I want to put this out real quick. Pareidolia does happen. But I've seen some orbs that actually have faces in them. Okay? Pay attention to that. But here's my addendum. Pareidolia. You know what pareidolia is? You know what
Matricing.
pareidolia is? You know what pareidolia is? Okay? It's a dolia that has another one, so there's two of them. Yeah. It's a little bit like grandma puts on the desk. Yeah. Okay. Pareidolia. Pareidolia is, for example, look at this wall. Okay? Stare at it for a while. I bet you dolls and donuts, you'll see her face. Where you at? Yep. Let's go. Okay? It's called matricing. You want to know how to do it? Take a picture of a screen with a black thing behind it on your window. Bet you dolls and donuts, you're going to see a face. That's what happens. It's called the fight or flight thing that's in the brain. You look in front of a car, what do you see? Two eyes, mouth. Okay? See that on a lock. You see it in the middle of the door.
How does the camera pick that up?
How does the camera pick it up? I don't know.
Because when we look at our eyes, we focus on the
But see
foreground, and we don't look at the background.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but see the thing though is that whatever picture you see is still irrelevant to the camera. It's how you perceive it. You know, I could take a picture of that same wall, you know, Chad's going to see something. You're going to see another. Tim's going to see another. Two gentlemen's going to see another. It's still a picture of that wall. It's how we perceive it. And that's the reason why orbs is a tough call. Okay? He showed me a really, really, really cool picture. And I'll tell you, if that lamp wasn't in the middle of the thing, that's a find. But guess what it was?
I think the true
It
way
was a
to
lens flare.
examine an orb, a so-called orb, is when you're taking motion.
Uh-huh.
It's the only way to really analyze it as an orb as opposed to dust
Mm-hmm.
or a bug.
Well, see, the thing, again, like I said, this is where the research comes in. That's why I was telling, you were taking notes, you go out and you take pictures of everything that has, those bugs, so you can see what it looks like, get yourself familiar with it. Remember the big thing that everyone used to think was really cool? Was the rods? Remember, rods? Oh my God, look at those rods. Because back then, our cameras couldn't go that fast. Now, you can take your iPhone and take a picture, you don't see a lot of rods. Okay. That's what it was bugs, because it was stretched out.
Yep.
All right. Number 3. Okay. This one here, I hope my wife doesn't yell at me. Anyone here mediums or sensitives? Studying to be sensitive? 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 Mediums? Anything here? Okay. Forgive me, Cindy? Not every feeling you get is a spirit.
I'm not gonna disagree, or I'm not gonna disagree with that.
Now, there is a scientific reason for some of the things you feel. The number one is the fear of the unknown. Let's get that out of the way. I don't care how big you are, I don't care how brave you are. I put you out in the middle of nowhere, your senses are going to get heightened. Every little creak, crack, anything like that, start catching. Yeah. Every time your heart beats, you're going to hear.
What kills me is people go to see the ghost, right? And when they experience something that makes them afraid, they run from it. They're there to see it, but they run from it. I don't understand that situation. You know, if you're there to see it and you see it, why run from it?
Fight or flight reflex.
Is that what it is?
Yep,
If
it's
you're
the
there
fight
to
or
see a
flight.
lion and the lion's running at you, what are you going to do?
You're gonna run.
Okay. Yep. I mean, that's it's all individual, it's all dependent. Okay, it's all dependent on how they react to it. There's nothing wrong with being scared. I'm gonna tell you that.
Ever notice that when you're standing in the middle of the woods in the middle of the night, that even a squirrel running across a bed of freshly dropped leaves, it sounds just like a serial killer coming through the woods?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, do you guys want to know how to make your bed like shake? I can make your bed shake without even being there. You lay on your bed, focus on your heartbeat. And guess what the bed's going to do? It's going to shake. Why? Because you're aware of it. You get that heightened sensation. Okay? So, number one reason why you get those feelings is because you're scared. It's new. I'm going to tell you this. I can walk up and down Malvern Manor in the dark. But I'll tell you, the first day I was there,
That's what it was too.
Cindy, you want to come with me?
Nope.
Yep. So as a medium, you start getting aware. This even goes with the investigators that are not mediums. Start getting aware. Okay? So, the first thing you want to do is go ahead and be scared. Ask yourself, that little buzzing sensation, that little funny feeling you get, are you sure you're not? Okay? You want to get rid of all of that stuff first, so that way you get some clarity. Number 2, check where all the electricity is at. Everybody here know what a Faraday cage is? Faraday cage. Faraday cage. You know what a Faraday cage is? A Faraday cage is a little box that has a lot of electricity. Why is it that everybody feels really creepy in the basement?
Breaker boxes.
Exactly. You're out doing your laundry and you feel like somebody's watching you. There's a lot of electrical conduits. A lot of mediums make the mistake that somebody's in the room when they're standing next to a breaker box. Cindy had that happen.
Yep.
She thought, and I go, there's a breaker box behind you. She's like,
Oh.
What I found out about EMS is the, is it correct? Right?
EMF, yep.
Yeah, I get the two.
No, that was a band in the 80s, by the way,
Yeah.
just so you know.
But most of the places that we investigate do not have electricity, but they still have the wiring and stuff. And like anything with energy, it is still stored.
It's still going to be stored in it.
And you're still gonna get a hit, even though there's no electricity in the place. We found that one out.
You want to know how you make electricity in a place with no electricity?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm gonna-
You'll be walking around with your little thing here. Beep, 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 and it's you. Okay? But we're talking about mediums here. Okay? So if you're a medium, you're sensitive, check your stuff around the area. Okay? Check the electricity, check the HVAC, make sure there's no vents. Okay? But that doesn't mean you should stop. If you feel it, even though you see a circuit box there, and if you don't get anything, that's when you can rule it out. Okay? Number 3, this is my last one, and this is going to catch everybody on not every feeling is a spirit. It's preconceived notion. Preconceived notion. Did you know that in this building, I researched it, there was a guy shot right there. Right where the camera was at. Now, I don't know what was the reason why, but apparently the guy was standing up, one came out, shot 3 times. Right there. Bullshit stories.
Okay.
Don't scare the poor people.
Yeah, admit it.
I was thinking
For a few
the
seconds.
woman shot her husband.
Yeah, for a few seconds. There you go. You go in. What is the big thing on INS in Malvern? She hung herself there. Remember that story?
No, I didn't know like that.
Okay.
Oh.
Now you're going to hear it. Okay. Malvern Manor, there was a little child named INS. INS gets it. And this is true. She hung herself there. Too late. It's already on TV.
Yeah.
What the problem is, Cindy,
She did not hang herself in the building. She died about 2 blocks down the street in her own house.
preconceived notion. I take you to the Amityville house. I take the gentleman over here, big guy, big burly guy. What's the story about the Amityville? The Lutzes, demons, flies. If I stuck you there at 12 o'clock at night, how are you going to feel?
Scared.
Preconceived notion. You're a medium. Scientific people can, read some of that stuff out. The best thing that a medium can do to prevent preconceived notions, and I'm going to let Cindy explain it. When you go to a location first, you do
You do a cold walkthrough. You don't get a tour.
a cold walkthrough. You're sensitive and you're learning. Don't go with the team. If you're touring a location and you're in a Pearl 101, don't take the tour. Because it takes out the preconceived notion. Okay? Number 2. Okay? I know a lot of you guys experience this. Not every knock is a ghost. Not every noise you hear is a ghost. Not every bump, thump, and click is a spirit. You guys are familiar with old houses? How old are some of the houses out here? They were built in the 1800s, right? Okay? You have a barn. You have a house that's been there since Jesus walked the earth. When the wind blows, what does that thing do?
It's just perfectly still.
Lies.
It settles.
Exactly. How old is your house?
It was built in the 70s, so
Yeah.
it creaks.
How old are your guys' houses? About 10?
Probably.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
18 homes.
when you guys are going out and you're doing any of that responses, this sounds kind of dumb. When you come up and you go, hey, make a noise, and all of a sudden you hear. Okay? First, make sure nobody else is doing it. Seriously. Make sure. Okay?
One time.
Yeah, one time. Make sure. So you took that out. You heard it. Think about how long it took. Pay attention to what's going on outside. Think about the temperature. Think about the weather. Think about what it's like. Put all of those into the equation. So you hear it? Forgive me? Thank you for making that noise. Can you do it again but louder?
Can you do that again, only louder?
You know what that's called? It's verifying.
Ooh.
Verification. Now, I'm going to promise you it's not. Okay? But it's always good to make notations. Now, the reason why I wanted to bring that up is because of this. Okay,
Or not.
The door closes. Okay. How many houses, when the weather gets really warm, the door bucks out? Okay. Think about the weather. You see that door open? Think about what the temperature is in that place. If you're sitting there going, more than likely it's humidity. But double check it. Come up and go, thank you, Spirit, for closing or opening the door. See if you can close it. Pay
12
attention to who's
times.
opening the door downstairs. Bet you had that happen. Thought the door was opening, you realize, you know, what that's called? It's called vacuum.
Well, we got it good.
Yeah. So, all right. Finally, the last one. Number one biggest misconception of all ghost investigations leads back to what I was talking about earlier today. Zach.
Would this go with Darren's question? What's the difference between a malevolent spirit and a demon spirit?
Exactly. Not everything is a demon. Not everything is a demon. Okay? The reason why this is important is because one day you might run into a demon. Okay? It's very highly, superficially, incredibly, I can put dollars to donuts, it's never going to happen. Okay?
Very
Reason
highly
why?
unlikely.
Number one, demons have better things to do. Okay? I'm going to pick on you again one more time. Pretend you're the most important person in the universe. Okay? Picture that in your mind. You can do whatever you want. Are you going to bother picking his ear?
Well,
Are you going to bother possessing this wonderfully awesome looking gentleman? No. Are you going to sit there and make some guy dressed in a black tank top and a gas mask sick? No. But if you're an asshole, spirit, you would. Ergo, that is the big difference between a demon and a malevolent spirit. How many here has ever seen a demon? Other than being married to one. Love you.
That's on.
You really want to keep your position, don't you?
Yes.
I think he was referring to my divorce situation.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So
Uh-huh.
how many of you guys ever ran into a demon? Okay, how many of you guys ran into an angel? How many of you guys ran into Cthulhu? No, we're not gonna sit there and say that like the 12 days you were up doesn't count. Now, how many of you guys ran into an asshole? Okay. First of all, I don't have rights to that question. That one's from Chris Nielsen. Thank you. But it is true. When you go and you investigate, just because there is this thing screaming and you're feeling sick, does not necessarily mean it's okay? Take that into consideration. Because you will make a lot of mistakes that's going to hurt you and hurt your team. I want to stress this number one misconception out to all of you guys who go out and investigate. Because you're going to go into a place like the Sally House. Sally House, the fourth most haunted place in the universe. We went there. Meh. But, said you go in the basement, we have three of the most biggest names here in Iowa that will not go back to that house. Why? Because there's something evil, demonic in the basement. We didn't run into it. Why? Because we took that preconceived notion out. If there's going to be a demon, I'm afraid that we don't run into it. But we did find an angry spirit. He did not like Cindy, didn't like Kelly, and definitely did not like Debbie Martin. 3 bitches. That's what you know.
Okay, no.
I will not.
Kelly,
No, this isn't
no,
me. The spirit
no.
called them.
Kelly got called the B word. I got called the C word, and Debbie, what did they call her?
She didn't want him down
Or
there.
no.
She was downstairs.
Yeah, she was already down there, and they kept telling her to get out. But no, Kelly got called a bitch, and I got called the C word.
But you want to know what that was? It was the asshole spirit. It wasn't a demon. Now, what will you do when that happens? Be smart. Call the church. Call your local paranormal person. Call somebody. Because the moment you run into a demon, I don't care how many years experience you have, you're going to get your ass kicked. Period. Okay? And make sure you take videos. But yeah, on that note, I do want to end with that one here because again, this is the most important thing because a lot of the other things are technical stuff. Those are things that you can challenge technically. You can use equipment. You can use your friends. But if you sit there and you believe a place is demonic, and all of a sudden your friend Tim starts getting sick, what are you going to think? Oh my God, you're getting possessed by the power of Christ. You're doing more harm. Okay? That's why I tell you, again, full circle. Zach Magnus is a genius. Okay? He is. As an entertainer, we're talking about him.
As a businessman, yep.
But do not do that technique. Not everything that you see is evil. So that means, right now, when you go into a place and you don't get anything, you get anything. Paganism should never, ever be in your technique.
You got about 10 minutes if you want to do a Q&A.
Yeah. Real quickly, the reason why paganism should never, ever be used, may I pick on you? This is paganism.
First time it's ever asked.
This is paganism. I'm in your house. Chad! Talk to me now. I demand you. Come on, talk to me. How are you going to feel?
Pissed.
Exactly. One of two things are going to happen. You're either going to go, or you are going to hit. That's paganism. There are ways to do it. You know? Cindy made a very good point. If you go to a place like a squirrel cage, you put on a jailer suit or a security guard or something like that. You know, that's a good way to stimulate them. Let's say you investigate a bar. You talk to a patron. You're going to be real nice. They're not going to talk to you. But by God, you sit there going, oh, woo, woo, look at that bitch down over there. Da, 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 da. You may get a conversation. Always make sure it's appropriate to the area. Okay? But never... Okay.
Provoke.
I want to make it clarity. I don't think there's anything wrong with provocation if used properly,
Respectfully.
okay, and respectfully. But never, ever, ever antagonism. Ever. All right, I got 5 minutes, no, 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Q&A, anybody
kind
got
of
any
about 10.
questions? I don't care. You can ask what kind of shoes I have.
There's a
Motherfuckers.
question in the room here from this Tom McNicholas guy. Wants to know what your middle name is.
Okay, question.
Wants to know what your middle name is.
Oh, my middle name?
Yeah.
Dwight. As in Dwight David Eisenhower. Yes, I was named after a dead president. I was also named Roland, named after the dead scout who died for Charlemagne. So apparently my parents have this fixation for dead things.
Ergo, why you're a ghost hunter.
Yeah.
We had a supposedly poltergeist investigation in East Peoria. And we went in, we did the first initial walkthrough, and every room in that house pegged our EMF detector. But we decided we're going to stay overnight. We said we would. And we caught, a bunch of stuff happened. Until we went to review the evidence on video, and none of it happened. That EMF messed with us bad. Every room pegged it.
Oh yeah. Pay attention to, like you said, environments and stuff like that, because a lot of the times why battery dies, okay, I know it sounds kind of dumb, but sometimes there's too much electricity in the area. You know, you take a camera and you put it in front of a circuit box, it's going to chew it up. It also probably fuck up the stuff inside. Number two, there's going to be superficially cold. You know, that eats up a lot of batteries, things like that. So like you say, be aware of the environment when you do investigating. The other big thing I want to talk about, you were mentioning being aware of an environment. Anybody here been in Edinburgh? Edinburgh?
Me.
Okay, Edinburgh. Have you guys been in the boiler room?
Yes.
In the boiler room, you got the 2 boilers and you got this pipe that comes around this way. It literally is about this high, and you're in the dark. I thought I heard a noise over there, and I went, oh. Yeah.
That was
Pay
like,
attention to your location.
yeah.
Because I'm going to tell you 50% of all your injuries that has happened has nothing to do with ghosts.
Nope.
Okay?
House in Springfield, we did that. We went right to the heating depth.
Oh yeah.
So,
Bango Haunted Crib. It's an actual haunted attraction, like a haunted house haunted attraction. We were getting taken through there to go up to the 3rd floor, and they changed it around since we first went in. There's a drop ceiling, and it comes to right about nose height. And I kept warning everybody because I was on the front of the line. There's a ceiling here. You guys gotta, watch out. And Roland and Chris Nielsen both. Bam.
yep. No. The other thing, too, that you also want to pay attention to is also, like I said, being aware of locations. I hate you because I got to tell this story. Mirrors. I was in Malvern Manor. The Shadow Man hallway is a bathroom to the right. Okay, I am telling you this in detail, so when you guys go there and this happens to you, you know. I thought I heard a voice in there. I have a camera doing a Facebook Live, which means my face is lit up, or a phone, face lit up. Walk in there, turn this way. Is there any spirits here? I turn this way, and all I see is this floating pen. Right there. Yes, I did scream like a girl.
I have it on camera.
Yes, I have it on Facebook Live.
I will be looking for that.
Yes. I literally said the 12 saints of spirits in Jesus Christ's name. My skin was still there, and my body was out here. Guess what that was? It was a mirror. I saw that. The other thing you also want to be aware of is where mannequins are.
That's me.
So, when you guys go investigate, you guys do your location, you walk through, check everything. Remember where everything's at, make a notation. So, well, I hope you guys found that quite entertaining. Thank you. Hope to see you guys next time. And make sure you check us out. We're over here. We're Raven Rose. That's my wife over there. There will be a Q&A panel here, so if you guys
Paranormal
wanna check
panel.
that out, these guys are really amazing. My wife will be there. You can pick on her. So, yep. Thank you. Yeah, no. Thank you. Yep, thank you. I really appreciated it. Thank you. You guys were awesome. Thank you. Thank you. I do want to have this one for the panel.
Oh, you want
Just
that
to
for the
leave this here,
paranormal panel? You might want to put it over to the side then.
To the side, okay.
Yeah.